Hello leaders, and welcome to another video version of the podcast, Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So today is episode number 352, and we are talking about challenges of game changers. All right, as a leader, you have specific game changers that you're going to deal with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And today we're going to talk about clarity. Yesterday we talked about super employees. If you missed that video, go back and watch that, episode 351. Today we're talking about the game changer of clarity. So again, this is the video version of me recording the podcast. I don't edit the video version, so you get my mistakes and my bloopers. If I make a mistake, I just keep going or I'll repeat it, so you're going to hear that. So if you hear me repeating something over and over, it's because I'm messing something up. I don't follow word for word script, but I follow a pretty detailed outline script. So I'm going to hit record. You'll hear about 4 seconds of silence, and I will be recording. Here we go. Hello, leaders, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So this week, we're talking all about the challenge of game changers, or the things that may be really good or really bad for your team, and what actions you can take specifically as a leader to ensure your game changers help your team in a positive way. Today, I want to talk about clarity. Man, this is one topic that can make or break your team big time. And quite frankly, it's your responsibility as a leader to make sure your team members know exactly what's expected of them at all times. It's up to you to either train them or ensure they have good. It's up to you to train them or to ensure that they have a crystal clear job description so they know exactly what their job entails. Sure, they may come to work. Your people may come to work and do a great job, but if they are meeting your expectations without a job description, consider it pure luck. Now, the real question is, when do you, the leader, begin the process of ensuring your team Now, the real question is, when do you, the leader, begin the process of ensuring your team members have clarity of what's expected of them? Now, the short-term answer for that question is the job description needs to be written before you ever hire them. This is where you sit down with your HR team, or if you're a small business owner, you sit down by yourself and you write a specific job description of what the position will require. And you go over everything. Everything that they'll be required to do needs to be in that job description, because then you can start explaining everything to them when you do hire them, and you can make sure they have the proper training, and you can make sure they understand everything. Now, the long-term answer to that question of when do you begin the process of ensuring your team member has clarity of what's expected of them, the long-term answer is every time you sit down with them and have a feedback session. Every time. Matter of fact, if you are going into feedback sessions with your team members without their job description, man, you need to start doing that today. A feedback session without a job description is kind of like just a flat out BS session. I mean, what are you basing your feedback on? Sure, you can go in there and say, well, you should do this or should do this. Should just doesn't cut it when you're giving your people feedback. They shouldn't be coming to work saying to themselves, well, I should do this or I should do this. No, they need clear expectations. They need clarity on what's expected of them, what you expect, and what their job position says in their job description. Okay, that brings us to the challenge if your team members don't have any job descriptions. What do you do then? Well, guess what? Like I said, the best time to develop a job description is before you ever hire your people. The next best time is today. Job descriptions are that important. If your team members don't have job descriptions, man, you need to block out time today. This is your number one priority. because you need to sit down with them and write their job description. Now, if you're asking why should you involve them to write their job description, well, quite frankly, they probably know their job better than you do. If they are doing at least a good job, I mean, think about it. If they are getting the job done adequately without a job description, imagine how much better they'll be when they have a specific job description and they know exactly what your expectations are of them. Working without a job description, without clarity, working without a job description or working without clarity is like driving across the nation, going to specific addresses in every state without a map or a GPS, and you have no idea where it is. Just driving and hoping to find your way. That's kind of what it's like coming to work without clarity. That's what it's like working without a specific, understandable job description. So to recap, clarity is a game changer and is vitally important in ensuring your people meet your expectations and their full potential. Without it, your team members are driving in the dark without headlights. With clarity, they have a roadmap to success. Now, the choice is yours, and quite frankly, all of the responsibility falls on you. You're their leader. So what actions are you going to take today? So what actions will you take today? Hey, as always, thank you for listening. If you want a little extra value, please be sure to check out our video version of the show on our YouTube channel, Current Leadership Coaching. Have a great day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges. All right, so that's a wrap. I just got finished recording. I hit the stop button. To give you a little bit of extra value, have you ever worked in a job that you didn't have a clear job description? Now, the only exception to this rule is if you are building a new company and you have no idea what's expected of each of the positions. You may have to go out then and start bringing in a team to start writing these job descriptions. And you might even hire a team and hire some people and have them write their own job description. But the bottom line is a job description needs to be in place because you have no business giving your people a feedback session without a job description. Because what are you holding them to? What expectations do they have? They don't know. If they're coming to work every day, consider yourself blessed because, quite frankly, they have no idea what's really expected of them. So I hope this helps, and I hope you find this valuable today. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video because, if you're listening, if you're watching, you might be the only one watching. But I'm going to keep putting these videos out there because they're all for you. I love this stuff. I'm passionate about this stuff. I think it's pretty clear in the video, especially when I just talk like this. I am so passionate about helping people become better leaders and doing it the right way. And the bottom line on leadership is if you're just learning, get to know your people. If you get to know your people, everything else has the magic. It's like magic. It just starts falling into place. Get to know your people. Take care of your people. And then teach them how to do their job. Clarity is a big time game changer in making sure your team is performing up to their full potential. If you get the clarity issue down pat, it's a game changer because then your team is going to soar. All right, it's going to soar and it's going to produce, and your productivity levels and your revenue levels are going to be up higher than they ever were and ever possible. And you're going to go through the roof. You're going to break through those upper limit challenges because now everybody knows exactly what their lane is, and they're not going to bump into other people. Hey, that's it for today. I can talk for hours on this, but I'm going to save your ear and I'm going to save your eyes. And I love you all. Thanks for listening. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.